so still, man. Well, luckily they're going to be embraced by the cottage.
Hi everyone, we live in Oklahoma, and what do you think of when you think of Oklahoma? You think of tornadoes and storms, and that's exactly what happened last night. At 12:30 this morning, my husband's phone beeped with an emergency thunderstorm warning. They were forecasting 90 to 100 mile per hour winds. We pulled up the radar and the coverage, and there was a tornado warning going directly over our house in a couple mile radius. So we grabbed our 4 kids, we got them in our tornado storm shelter, and we hoped and prayed with the damage. We peeked out at a couple moments and it was raining and winding so hard it's like you had no visibility. It was going so hard. There were registered confirmed tornado down about a mile from us, and our area is really hit hard. There's a lot of, no one has power in our whole county. Tree limbs are down everywhere. And now that it's daylight and we've gotten the kids up, we've got our generator running because we don't have power, we grab the camera to go survey what the damage is going to look like on the farm and if there's things that can be recovered and what happens. So let's do a walk around. All right, let's go in the raised garden. Things are clearly leaned over. So, ooh, I just walked into a spider web. The storm came from the southeast. And so I'm already seeing that everything is like in a general angle, the direction the wind and rain was going. So the sunflowers look like they're not tipped over, but they're definitely leaning. Okay. Well, we were getting close to harvest, and it sounds like the onions have decided that it is time to harvest. They're all tipped over. This kind of tip over damage at the joint, this is never gonna stand back up. So these will have to be pulled out. It's not, I mean, I would have liked it a little longer for some of them to get bigger, but they'll need to come out. If I don't harvest them, they'll begin to rot. So the storm forced an onion harvest. Oh gosh. I mean, so the dahlias, which are the most sensitive. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, look at this. These guys are completely laid over because, again, like this was the direction the storm was going. So maybe I can look around the property and might have some individual stakes we could set up maybe to right them, and I could cut them down a bit. But yeah, you can see that it just swept right through. Yeah, look at this. Is a lot of just knocked over. It doesn't look like we have a lot of things ripped out, but look. It's hard for this sort of stuff to recover fully because it gets so heavy and bent over, and then the stems kind of mold to that shape. And so they have a really hard time coming upright again. So what I'm probably going to have to do is like cut back to some of these lower leaf joints and hope that the new growth can stand up straight. But a lot of this might not even be fixable. Stuff like this is clearly just done. I can cut that and enjoy it inside.
Sunflowers are like, what?
Yeah, these sunflowers are like, I'm thicker than a broomstick and I'm not going anywhere. So, and you hated volunteer sunflowers. Well, we can look at hollyhocks. It's like the parting of the Red Sea here with Moses holding his staff in the middle.
forage here is rocked.
Yeah. Oh, look at the crack down the middle. Look at this. So I'm going to have to come in here and cut down, and maybe because the root systems are still alive, it'll reflush a bit, but this is not coming back. I mean, I didn't really think a 10-foot hollyhock was going to survive 90-mile-per-hour winds, but I need to cut these down mainly so that they don't break stuff that's under them. So this needs to be cleaned up. I was really hoping, so these right here, the flowers have bloomed, and these are seed pods forming, and I was just trying to limp them along so I could gather a bunch of seed, but I'm going to have to cut them down before they're ripe enough. Maybe the one surviving king can stay. But these dahlias, which are not as tall, oh man, no, look at, this was my favorite one that was just about to open. It's not cracked, so what I need to do is I need to go around and see if I can find just bamboo stakes to hold it up, because if I can get it to not crack at the base, I can save it. But look how beautiful it's going to be. So yeah, I need to do that. The peppers behind you. Yeah.
Oh, took that. I mean, it was like that for 20 minutes.
Right.
I would say that into the camera. They can't hear me.
So it was, my husband said he was looking out the window, doing husband things of not being in a storm shelter during a tornado, that was like 20 minutes or so of just sustained horrible winds. So obviously, again, maybe I can shore up the base with more soil and get some stakes for him.
You had like 1,000.
Well, the kids turned them into swords and various javelins, so.
One might have been saved by the string.
Yeah, 100% saved by the string.
All your beautiful dahlias this year, babe.
I know. This was like fixing to be the best dahlia year.
Have you seen the ones out in the field yet?
No, I haven't gone out to the field. So it looks like I need to just start scrounging sticks and twine and just start staking some things up until they can right themselves.
I don't understand how these sunflowers made this, to be honest.
I mean, their root system is in native soil.
But still,
But
there's
yeah.
so much huge leaves.
I know. I mean, I didn't exactly want it to be that big. All right. Let's.
This is still beautiful.
Yeah.
These little guys made it.
And now we need to go to the field.
Let's see the other sunflowers.
I'm scared. This made it, if you were going to be negative about my sticks.
How?
I know. We have a little friend here on our tour. I think he's traumatized like we are. Like,
He was
what?
like, I had a rough night. Can I just hang out with you?
What happened last night? Says the butterfly. All right, we're in the field. Yesterday, we moved our flower stand to the front of our field, which is part of our new plan going forward. And I can already tell the roof is damaged and it's off of its blocks, and we're missing the umbrella that was affixed to it. No, but look at the front. I mean, it had to have fallen. How does the wind bend this?
No, that was from the umbrella that I pushed over.
Oh.
And it pushed it over more.
But yeah, it's definitely, that side is messed up.
But I don't understand how.
This, we already had this damage. This
Right.
is new. Did it lean back and then fall
must have,
forward? It probably leaned back onto here and bent and then tipped forward after the wind
Yeah.
relented a little bit.
Oh, poor little guy.
I know. Oh, I found the umbrella. Well, here's our umbrella. Where did you find it? The umbrella got lifted up out of the zip ties, javelin speared.
It was completely open, like right here.
Completely open. And where?
It was like shoved through.
It was like completely open.
Well, no, it was flipped around. It was like spear first.
Oh my gosh.
The thing, because it was open, saved it from being blown to Kingdom Come, like Mary Poppins.
Wow.
And
That's
it might not. It's damaged on the inside.
I don't want to open it right now. All right, let's go over here. So here we are in our sunflower field, which is going to have the tallest plants that are going to be most affected by the wind. I can already see stuff that is messed up that's not going to recover, that I'll need to cut down. Obviously, this should be a walk-through tunnel, and all of our tallest sunflowers are bent over. Like this beautiful guy is just not going to stand back up. He was like 8 feet tall before. You can see he's not going to go back up. So some of these I'm just going to be enjoying in the house. Unfortunately, can't sell them, but I'm going to cut them down because these look really good, considering I think these tall guys ended up shielding these guys, which is wonderful. But I don't want these guys to crack at the base and come crashing down and make matters worse. So I'll come through and cut these. It's a bummer, they were all getting so close to bloom, but they did their job, I guess. Do you hear the cows? The cows are having a discussion. What happened? What was that? Yeah, so these guys are obviously all bent, so that's not passable. Oh, look at the tomatoes. It's clear that the wind ripped through the cattle panels going this direction and just pushed limbs off. So some of them I should be able to maybe snake back and maybe affix back up, and then other ones I'm just gonna have to lighten the load and yeah, and cut back. Yeah, like this guy, these are cracked. I'm not gonna be able to fix these guys.
See the cracks? Take a video.
Well, it's just, I mean, like this is so bent.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna come.
Off time.
Yeah, and like these guys, I mean, some of them I might choose to save, but it would just be better for the plant if I cut all this back and just lightened its stress. Oh man.
There are two here.
Yeah. I mean, these really should have been netted. That was just something oh, bear. Look at these.
I mean, this took the brunt here.
Yeah.
On the southwest side. These are all pushed over. It's like dahlias are the weakest here.
Well, they have hollow stems, so. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out if there's anything we can do for some of these to not totally lose them. Yeah, we need to go scrounging for anything we can do temporarily today and then figure it out longer term. I mean, we need to corral these. Well, they all could have been gone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 20 could have been a lot worse. Yeah, these guys, see what happens to them. I know. Considering these fields got at least 70-mile-per-hour winds. Ryan asked me if God sent the storm to kill the whiteflies. Yeah, I mean, some of this damage can wait for tomorrow cleanup, but could have been way worse. You know, some of this clearly was not like under the netting. Oh yeah, if we didn't have this we'd have so many more downed. They bounce back better than snapdragons. Considering we were under a tornado warning and there was a confirmed tornado just up the road from us and we were in our shelter at 1 in the morning, I'm thankful the damage is not as bad as we thought. When we were looking out the window and sitting in the storm shelter, I just was picturing the end of our flower farm season. And so honestly, any damage that's less than our farm season ending is a wonderful gift that I'm thankful for. We clearly have stuff that we need to try to salvage and stuff we need to net and try to limp back, and we might be delayed a couple weeks, if not a little longer, on stuff that I was hoping would bloom soon that I think I'm going to need to rehab. But that was scary. That was the hardest winds the property has had thus far, and so at least it shows us that it is worth it to do some of the netting labor that we work really hard on getting done is worth it, even if it does its job for one horrible storm and then it's not needed as much after it. It's clearly doing its job. So time to switch into recovery mode to save as much as we can, but also to exhale and say that we survived an almost tornado in Oklahoma on our flower farm.